Jamaican reggae luminary Junior Byles dies at 76. Respiratory illness claims iconic voice, last words revealed. May 15th, 25, Kingston, Jamaica. The music world has bid farewell to a soulful revolutionary. Junior Byles, the distinctive Jamaican reggae singer known for timeless tracks like Curly Locks and Fade Away, has died at the age of 76. Byles passed away peacefully in his Kingston home on Wednesday, succumbing to complications related to a chronic respiratory illness that had plagued him in recent years. Family members disclosed that Byles, in his final hours, gathered close relatives around him and softly murmured his final words. "Jah guide me voice to the end, mek die music live on." It was a fitting end for a man whose voice helped shape the conscience of reggae and left a lasting imprint on Jamaican cultural identity. The emergence of a conscious voice. Born Kenneth Junior Byles in July 1948 in the heart of Kingston's Jonestown community, the young Byles grew up in a post-colonial Jamaica, grappling with its newfound identity. Raised in a modest household with limited means, his early years were defined by spiritual influence, Rastafarian beliefs, and a deep love for music rooted in struggle and spirit. Originally training to be a firefighter, Byles changed course after surviving a traumatic incident on duty, a moment he later described as a divine signal steering him toward his true calling. His artistic journey took flight when he co-founded the harmony group The Versatiles in the 1960s, catching the attention of the inventive producer Lee Scratch Perry. A solo career that stirred souls. Though the Versatiles earned regional acclaim, Byles' destiny lay as a solo messenger. Teaming again with Perry in the early 1970s, he released Beat Down Babylon, a searing critique of oppression, inequality, and injustice that marked the birth of a solo career steeped in moral clarity and street-level poetry. His haunting melodies and revolutionary lyrics struck a balance between political resistance and spiritual introspection. Songs like Place Called Africa, which spoke to the diasporic longing for ancestral connection, and Rasta No Pickpocket, a declaration of Rasta integrity, showcased Byles' unmatched lyrical courage and authenticity. A unique artistic flame. Unlike many of his contemporaries who sought global stardom, Byles remained grounded in community and conviction. His voice, nasal, haunting, drenched in emotion, became synonymous with roots reggae's golden era. He didn't just sing songs. He channeled suffering, hope, and redemption into sonic sermons that demanded attention. "Junior was our griot," said reggae veteran Bunny Goodison. "He gave voice to the voiceless and made our pain feel like prophecy." Though his recordings were fewer than some of his peers, their potency remains unmatched. His 1975 hit Curly Locks was not just a love song, it was a meditation on identity, pride, and persecution. The song's enduring resonance remains a testament to Byles' lyrical foresight. Shadows of Silence. Despite his success, Byles' life was not untouched by tragedy. In the late 1970s, as political unrest and economic uncertainty swept through Jamaica, he began to experience severe mental health challenges, including depression and schizophrenia. His erratic behavior led to hospitalizations and long stretches of silence, both personal and professional. For decades, Byles struggled to navigate the music industry and his inner turmoil simultaneously. Yet his reputation among reggae faithful only grew, as fans revered not just his music, but his resilience. His struggles were part of his legacy, said his daughter, Keisha Byles. He showed us that even wounded souls can deliver truth. The final chapter. In his later years, Byles withdrew from public life, living in quiet contemplation in the hills of St. Catherine. Still, he occasionally welcomed visitors, artists, journalists, and curious fans who regarded him as a living sage. Though he no longer performed, he continued to write. His family revealed that he had filled dozens of notebooks with lyrics, poems, and reflections that may now see posthumous publication. In his final weeks, his health deteriorated rapidly. Surrounded by incense, hymns, and Nyabingi drumming, Byles asked to hear his favorite hymn, "The Lord is My Shepherd." Shortly before he passed, he clasped his son's hand and said, "Jah guide me voice to the end, mek the music live on." A nation reflects. Jamaica's cultural and political leaders were swift in honoring Byles' memory. Prime Minister Andrew Holness announced plans for a commemorative tribute at Emancipation Park, describing Byles as a national treasure whose voice mirrored the conscience of a people. Artists across generations paid homage. Chronics called him a foundation stone. Proto-J hailed him as the blueprint for roots consciousness. Even international figures like Ziggy Marley and Damian Marley shared tributes, describing Byles as an ancestor of modern reggae's spiritual essence. Legacy beyond the sound. More than just a musician, Junior Byles was a cultural ambassador, a rebel philosopher, and a reluctant icon. His music continues to influence social movements, echoing in classrooms, rallies, and reggae festivals around the world. He didn't care for fame, said reggae historian Sylvia Patterson. He cared for truth. That was his compass, and it made him timeless. Plans are underway for a documentary film chronicling his life, as well as a digital archive to preserve his rare recordings, handwritten notes, and interviews. A charitable foundation in his name will also be launched, focused on mental health awareness and youth music programs in Jamaica. Conclusion: the mystic's departure. Junior Byles may have departed the physical world, but his spirit pulses through bass lines, lyrics, and the winds that move the Caribbean trees. He was not merely a singer, he was a seer, a vessel of spirit, a voice etched with the weight of generations. His final words, "Mekti music live on," are now a charge to all who remain, musicians, fans, and seekers alike, to hold the torch, keep the fire burning, and let the truth in song continue to rise. Rest well, Junior Byles. The prophet has gone home, but the message lives.